Good morning and welcome to Monday Morning Motivation, a devotional to uplift and encourage you for the week ahead. Thanks for joining me today. There are times when situations in our lives can become rather chaotic, when it seems as though life has given us a sucker punch to the stomach and suddenly everything becomes out of sync. And it seems like our world has been turned upside down. What do you do when it suddenly becomes topsy-turvy? When you don't know what to do, where to turn, or who to turn to? Listen to this sound command in Psalm 46 and verse 10, which the author recorded as spoken by God himself. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Be still. It means relax. Cease from your striving, your anxiety, and from trying to fix your own situation. Be still. Become helpless before God. I know that even the very thought of this may be totally counterculture to you. In a world that is fast-paced, where technology and modern conveniences have made everything available at the touch of a button, the very idea of being helpless or powerless before God, of ceasing from trying to work it out or figure it out, may seem like madness to some. But I want to assure you, it is not. You see, when we are truly still before God, it means we have ceased from our own works. And as Hebrews 4, chapter 4, verse 10 says, we enter into God's rest when we cease from our own works. So here are 3 benefits of being still or helpless before God. First of all, the stress of the situation is greatly reduced, if not eliminated altogether. This means your body isn't being negatively impacted by the turmoil of your mind. Stress can place tremendous pressure on your body, manifesting in all sorts of illnesses from mild to severe, from physical to psychological. But you can find a place of rest in God when you cease from your striving and from thinking about it all the time. Secondly, when your stress level is reduced or eliminated, you can more readily hear and see solutions to your situation. You become more open to hearing God's voice and recognizing the various ways in which He gives you a direction and how He speaks to you. Stress can cause you to think and buy into the lie that God does not hear you or care about you. Thirdly, being still opens the way for God to help you in your situation. You see, when you're busy working it out in your own strength, you will naturally resort to familiar ways of doing it, even to those you know, who are usually there for you and who have come through for you in the past. And it is great to have people like this in our lives, people we can trust in and count on. But there are times when God will move directly contrary to how we feel and what we expect. He will move differently in coming to our rescue. So He wants you to move beyond relying on your own efforts and be open to relying on His ways, resting in Him. After all, He's still the only one who can provide water from a rock, manna from heaven, and who can part the sea to make a dry path so that you can safely cross over. So rely on Him and do not be anxious. Be still. Here's the reason why obeying the command in this psalm of being still isn't crazy or counterproductive. The answer is found in the second part of verse 10, where God says, "And know that I am God." It is a twofold command. First, cease from your own words, and at the same time, know that He is indeed God. In other words, know that He is sovereign and nothing catches Him by surprise, that nothing happens without His knowledge, that though it doesn't look so, He's totally in control, not only of this world, but of your particular situation, no matter how it may appear right now. He is commanding you to settle the matter in your heart and in your mind, to know that He is King over all kings and God above all gods. And this is what the latter part of the verse is declaring when He asserts that He will be exalted among the nations and exalted in the earth. God wants you to know with absolute conviction that He is who He says He is, not because someone tells you, but through your own experience. You know the truth of Psalm 34 verse 8, which says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in Him, who relies on Him." This is why the author in verse 11 of Psalm 46 then responded to God by saying, "The Lord of hosts is with us." And that the same God who was with their ancestor Jacob through all his ups and downs was still present with them, and that He was their fortress, the place where they can run to for safety and security. This same God is with you today. No matter what you may be going through, no matter how it hurts, don't despair, don't give up, and don't turn back. Oh no. Don't allow the situation to stress you out. Be still and know who God is. Let not only verse 10 of Psalm 46 speak to you, but the entire Psalm. The author affirms the majesty, might, and power of God. He shows God's absolute sovereignty in the earth and bids us to see beyond the chaos and all that's going on in our lives, and to see the God who sits upon His throne, not removed and distant from us, but very much intimately involved with and connected with us and all that concerns us. Today, obey the command and do not fear, because God is with you. Be still and know that He is God. Amen. This has been Monday Morning Motivation. Join me again next Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning for another devotional. Have a great week, everyone.